Hi guys! So today I'm again super excited. I was really excited the last time we spoke, but on this one I'm just as excited. At the Embassy of Beauty, we keep wanting to meet and reach the expectations of all of our clients, and I've sort of realized, especially throughout the lockdown, that one brand can't fit absolutely everybody. So we have been on the absolute hunt to find the best and the most advanced and different ideologies and different ways of doing things and different priorities from all around the world and bring them to the UK and launch them at the Embassy of Beauty. So my newest and most, I don't know if I can say this, but I'm going to, my most advanced technology skincare that I have acquired is a brand called Auteur. So Auteur skincare, look at it. Look at how sexy and how beautiful this stuff looks. I mean, can you? It is just absolutely stunning. It's engraved. You've got the tortoise shell tops, which are unique with every single product. So sometimes you get this sort of tortoise shell. This one has the same one, but sometimes they're bluer, sometimes they're greener, sometimes they're golden. They're absolutely stunning. So they are all airless packaging. So they all come with pumps. Airless packaging to me means that the product lasts a lot longer and also the ingredients within it. There's a reason why brands pay so much more to have airless packaging, and it's because the ingredients within it are super powerful. So less about how the packaging looks and how amazing it looks. It's glass, it's tortoiseshell, it's gold. Look at that. Just look at it. I just can't get over how these look. They look absolutely amazing. But not only that, the most impressive thing about this brand is actually how effective and how complex the complexes really are. This brand is all about having as many and as powerful active ingredients within each and every product as they could possibly inject and pack. These are powerhouses of the most advanced German skincare technology. They are probably the most, they are the most powerful ingredients and the most high-tech ingredients that I personally have ever come across. And that's why I absolutely fell in love with this brand straight away. The idea of this brand is that each product contains as many active ingredients and does as much as it can within each product. So it's not targeted to certain skin types or certain skin sensitivities or anything like that. It's all to do with perfecting the skin, whether it's anti-aging benefits in every single way, brightening, antioxidants, repairing, and most importantly, cell and cellular technology and communications. So they have inputted this technology which allows the cells to communicate with each other a lot better. As we age, our communication within our body starts to sort of disrupt. It just doesn't talk to each other so much anymore because, you know, it's aging and gets maybe a little bit lazy and a little bit tired and can't be bothered to have that communication, and that chat becomes more of a monologue. I guess like how we all are as we become older, we're less chatty, apart from me. I don't know if I'm ever going to lose that characteristic. But anyway, so it is also to do with repairing that. There are quite a few products within the range. There are probably 9 or 10 products within the range. But each product is so complicated and so scientific and so complex. It'd be like you guys sitting here and you guys listening to some sort of science crazy video if I was to sit here, and it would take me hours to explain every single product. So I've chosen 2. One is the simplest technology. So it is the Definitive Enzyme Cleanser. So it's their cleanser. And the second one is my favorite product. It's their Definitive Line Serum. So their Definitive Line Serum is anti-wrinkle, and it's a serum, and it's incredible. So we're going to go ahead and start with the science and the technology behind this most amazing brand, which at the moment is exclusively available at the Embassy.Of.Beauty. And then also, if you like this video, don't forget to click the thumbs up and subscribe to find out about the next video and the next new launches and the next updates. Oh, there's so much happening. We're doing something else which is huge in September, which I'm also really looking forward to. And let's get into it. So the first product that I want to talk to you about is the Definitive Enzyme Cleanser. It is a powder format. I have never tried it for myself, so this was the first time that I tried it, and it was sort of a little bit alien to me because I'm used to my milks and I'm used to my oils and I'm used to like the emulsions and stuff like that. I've never actually used a powder cleanser, but it was eye-opening. So you put a hazelnut-sized amount in the palm of your hand and then just spray water on it from the running tap until you get a sort of a paste. Once you get a paste, start rubbing your hands together a little bit and you will feel that the cleanser starts to emulsify. As it starts to emulsify, you then start to rub it into your skin to remove all of the makeup. So it's a very unique way of cleansing your skin if you are not used to the powder formats. I wasn't, it took me a minute, but I loved the results. So in terms of what's in it, we have the Zymo or Zymo, it's Z-Y-M-O, Lift MD. So this is a complex which has enzymes in it. So enzymes are acids, they are exfoliating acids. And within this particular complex, it contains salicylic acid, hydroxy acids, and urea. At relatively low amounts, so it's not going to blow your face off, don't worry, but it's just enough to brighten your skin, to exfoliate your skin a little bit, to clean out those pores, because we all don't love those clogged pores. I mean, that's all we want, is to be unclogging those pores. No blackheads, no whiteheads, no heads. We just want a clean, smooth skin. It has an extra injection of citric acid, which is again an alpha hydroxy acid. And then it has zamace and bicarbonate of soda, a mixture of the two. So what this does is that it pulls in. It doesn't pull out of the pores, it pulls in from the surface of your skin all of the extra sebum that we never love to have. So it leaves the skin nicely mattified, nicely comfortable, and the zamace in particular leaves a beautiful, beautiful peachy soft feeling on the skin. So you feel really, it's matte, but it's not dry, it's like satin. Yeah, it's like satin or suede, that sort of feel, like a peach, like, you know, a baby's bottom. It's, oh, I just love how my skin feels after this cleanse. It's just like a craziness. Then it has my beloved niacinamide, the vitamin B3. So the vitamin B3 is all about protecting the skin and balancing the skin and brightening the skin. And with this particular formulation of niacinamide, or this particular ingredient of niacinamide, they have reinforced the anti-pigmentation and anti-melanogenesis. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but that's how I read it. Situation. So basically it's working on anti-pigmentation a little bit and brightening the skin, which, you know, who doesn't want that? This product also has caffeine in it. So we all know caffeine is great for puffiness. It's anti-inflammatory. It's really good to tighten the skin in terms of wrinkles and lift the skin, firm the superficial structure of the skin. But it's also really, really good at redness. So it's really, really good at constricting the blood vessels to dissipate redness. And caffeine usually gives you that poof, you know, that like you wake up and you feel refreshed and it just feels great. And then the last two ingredients are vitamin C. So we all know vitamin C is a fantastic antioxidant. It's great for the skin in terms of fighting all of those free radicals and brightening and illuminating the skin. And then lastly, it has a beautiful complex called Amisoft MS11. And the Amisoft MS11 is a combination of L-glutamic acid and fatty acid. L-glutamic acid is fairly new to the skincare market. You will see this ingredient come up a little bit more and more and more as time goes on. It is sort of like hyaluronic acid, so it's a humectant, and then the fatty acids within that complex act as a preventative of transepidermal water loss tool. So it's a lovely way of hydrating the skin and then preventing the hydration from evaporating. Those are all of the ingredients within a cleanser. Guys, this isn't just a cleanser that has a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and it is hydrating. This cleanser is hydrating, and this cleanser is brightening, and this cleanser is nourishing, and this cleanser is good for sensitive skin, and this cleanser is good for oily skin. No, this cleanser does all of this: exfoliating, brightening, illuminating, anti-pigmentation. It's also mattifying, but not in a bad way. I mean, plus has all these crazy, lovely, beautiful antioxidants. Wow. So that gives you a little bit of an indication as to what, if a cleanser is doing that, what in the hell are the actual next products doing? So I chose to then talk to you guys about the Definitive Line Serum. So the Definitive Line Serum, as you would suspect, is all about lines, it's all about wrinkles, it's all about smoothing that complexion, and it's a beautiful texture. Now guys, for me, with serums, I love a sticky texture, but I like that stickiness to dissipate once I put a cream over the top, because you know you need to put a cream over the top of a serum, right? Right. But this, I love, it sticks to the skin. It doesn't go anywhere. And then you put your cream on it and then you feel tight. You feel snatched. You feel plump. You feel taut. You feel, oh gosh, within like 20 minutes, you're feeling like you just had Botox. And there is a reason for that. Let's go through the ingredients of this little baby. First, we have SYN-AKE. SYN-AKE. So SYN-AKE is a copy. It is a copy of the venom of the viper, which is found in their glands, comes up through their tooth. They bite their prey. They bite their prey, and it just the prey can't move, and then you know the snake can eat it. So we have a copy of that, a copy. I keep saying a copy because we're not going around, Auteur skincare is not going around getting cobras and pulling out, you know, the venom from their glands. They're not doing that. So it's a copy of it. And what this ingredient does is that it freezes, it reduces the micro contractions of the muscles. So very much how Botox does, it reduces the micro contractions of the muscles. So in the short term, you can't really move that much, which is always great. I love that feeling. And then in the long term, the more you move, obviously, the more you have expression lines and the more you get more expression lines. So this is great in the way that it actually, in the short term, freezes it a little bit, but in the long term also prevents you from creating more expression lines. So that's the first ingredient. The second ingredient is cyclopeptide 5. So this is more to do with the communication that I was talking to you guys about. So what this does is that it stimulates the communication between the cells, which then stimulates the natural regeneration process of our cells that we lose as we mature, as we get older. It also guards the collagen fibers and the elastin fibers, and those are super, super important because collagen is what keeps our skin nice and plump, and elastin is what keeps our skin nice and smooth. So we want those to be kept. We want to add more in, but we also want to preserve them. And so if we preserve what we have, it's also a good way of anti-aging because it makes our skin more smoother, more denser, more lifted, and more plump, which is what we all want. So that is the cyclopeptide 5. Then we have Liftiss. So Liftiss is another complex, German made, and this is a chain, well, it is polysaccharides. It's a complex which contains polysaccharides, which is a chain of sugars. And what that does is that they are natural humectants. So this is another way to hydrate the skin, but also to keep the hydration within the skin and to preserve the transepidermal water loss. Hydration isn't just about hydrating your skin. It's like if you look at a prune and a plum, it's the same thing, but the water has come out of it. So a prune is all shriveled up, it's all floppy, it's dry, it doesn't look great. But a plum, now that's plump and it's juicy and the skin is smooth, and we want to look like a plum, not a prune. Then our next ingredient is pullulan. So pullulan, I don't know if you guys saw, but when I introduced you guys to Ayuna, that was in some of their products. It is a relatively new ingredient, which again, you guys will see come up again and again and again as time goes by in other products. It is a tightening ingredient, and it also is really bioavailable and acts as a carrier, so it improves the efficiency of all of the other ingredients as well, which is also something that Auteur really pays attention to. This is the only ingredient that does that within this product, but within its other products it actually uses specific complexes to allow to increase the bioavailability of all of the ingredients, because they're using such great ingredients, they want you to have the benefit of them. I mean, otherwise, what's the point? The next ingredient is Lycopene G. So Lycopene G is a really strong antioxidant. It's really good to smooth out wrinkles. It's really good to tighten the skin. It's just, you know, it's just, again, involving the whole anti-wrinkle situation. So it's another ingredient which is again boosting that very same action. And then it has lactic acid and fruit acid complexes, which are again AHAs and lactic acid. And again, just like in the cleanser, they're using it more as an anti-aging sort of axis, because if you have a newer skin, these are all exfoliating your skin, they're all enzymes. So if you're exfoliating the skin, you have a newer skin, you have a firmer skin, you have a tauter skin, you have a tighter skin, and you also have a brighter skin. That is also something that I love. So it has those in it as well. Then lastly, in terms of antioxidants, it has another complex called the Bioplasma-Fa. Now, Bioplasma-Fa is a combination of soluble vitamin E, resveratrol, which is an antioxidant, a very strong antioxidant actually, which is found in the skin of dark fruits like grapes, and a vitamin C booster. So this particular complex is wanting to and focusing on really brightening the skin, on fighting hyperpigmentation and giving you that even skin tone and that illuminated appearance. And then very lastly, and it's one of my favorite complexes within the whole brand, they have the hyaluron complex. So it's their own complex, and it contains 4 different types of hyalurons. So hyaluron is sort of like the umbrella term for all like hyaluronic acids, sodium hyaluronates. There are just different types of hyalurons. I know I am not talking about like, I don't know, some sort of space situation. I am talking about what's in products. It's just so exciting to me. This is seriously high-tech stuff. Don't swear on camera. So in terms of hyalurons, I wanted to first kind of walk you through how it sort of works. So in terms of its currency, measurements, hyalurons are measured in daltons. So like meters or liters or grams or kilos or whatever, this is daltons. And the average hyaluron or type of hyaluron that you find in most skincare products are between 500,000 to 2 million daltons. So that sort of gives you a range of the size of the hyaluron that you find in most products. Within this particular product, it has 4 different types of hyalurons. So just to recap, hyalurons are there to hydrate your skin, and it comes back to that prune and plum situation. Super important. Everybody should be using hyalurons within their skincare, within at least a couple of products. So hyalurons are there to hydrate your skin, and then you want to put something over the top to prevent that from leaving your skin, and that is some sort of lipid Or you can use advanced technology like this stuff, and you don't need to be doing that because it's already inbuilt. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, 4 different types of hyalurons within their hyaluron complex. The first type of hyaluron is sodium hyaluronate. So sodium hyaluronate is found in quite a few products. You know, it's not uncommon. It's the salt version of hyaluronics. It is very, very good at penetrating the skin. It's very good for reactive skins because it's the salt version, and it is a humectant version. So it is going to penetrate the skin and hydrate. So pull the water from the atmosphere into your cells and make your skin plump and hydrated and beautiful and smooth and luscious and juicy. The next type that we have is a hydrolyzed sodium hyaluronate. So it's a salt version, but it's been hydrolyzed. This is called a mini HA. The size of this particular molecule is 10,000 Daltons. So remember the 500,000 to 2 million? Dalton is the average range. These little babies are 10,000 Daltons. So they are going to penetrate that skin and they are going to hydrate like you have never seen before. So that is the purpose of that particular hyaluronate. Then you have a sodium acetylated hyaluronate, which has gone through the acetylation process. And the reason why this particular hyaluronate is so important is because usually hyaluronates are water-loving ingredients. But because this particular hyaluronate has been acetylated, it's also oil-loving as well. So what it does is that it pulls in water, but it also seals it in. So it's a humectant and a sealer, so it preserves transepidermal water loss at the same time. So it does both jobs. It does both jobs, which is what I love about it. It's just so interesting, this technology. I just love it. I just love it. And then the very last one is a sodium hyaluronate cross polymer. So the issue that I had with hyaluronates is that when they are larger molecules, so let's say, I don't know if they're towards the 2 million size, but when they're larger molecules, I tend to break out. And not just break out, I tend to have cystic acne. Like, there's a particular product that has always done this to me, and it's driven me crazy. It's the type of cystic acne that is there and that it just stays there and it doesn't go away, and then it leaves you with these awful post-acne pigmentation marks that drive me absolutely up the wall. And I still have them from years ago. I still have them on my jawline. I still have one right here, and it's a pit now, and I just hate it. So I've always been pretty scared of the larger sized molecules of hyaluronates. But in this case, what they've done, again, super interesting, is that they haven't taken such a large molecule. They've taken like a medium-sized molecule, but they've attached a polymer to it, which anchors the hyaluronates onto the skin, which means that it prevents the transepidermal water loss. And one thing I forgot to mention about the previous version, the acetylated version. This is really important. I can't believe I forgot this one. It lasts for 72 hours on the skin, and because as well as being water loving, it's also oil loving, it does not wash off. You can't wash it off, you can't sweat it off, you can't take it off. It's there, it keeps working for up to 72 hours. Guys, that is amazing. So you put it on in the evening or in the morning, you put it on the next morning, and it's still working, it's still doing its thing. Oh my God, it's just mind-blowing. All of this technology that is coming out of Germany and the US is just absolutely amazing. And that is it for my video for today. The one thing that I would say about Auteur is that, like I said, the ingredients are amazing. They are seriously, seriously, seriously high tech. What I would say is that because they are so dang effective, in terms of anti-aging and in terms of brightening and illuminating the skin. They are very, very strong ingredients. So if you tend to have a really, really sensitive skin, I don't think this product is for you. If you have a normal skin to a strong skin, and sometimes you get a little bit of reaction to something, this brand is gonna give you the most anti-aging benefits that I have ever seen. Okay, that is the end of my video, guys. If you liked it, thumbs up. If you want to be notified about my next videos, click the subscribe button. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Do your skincare, it makes you happy. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.